Mic check. Alright, let's go. This year, man, it's been one for the books, to be honest. 2025 was not it. Whoever prayed on my downfall, bro, please, I beg you, stop. You've won. Nah, but for real. This year, I've gone through some things that tested me in ways I didn't expect. Physically, mentally, emotionally. At the start of the year, I got diagnosed with Crohn's sickness. If you know, you know. It's basically a disease in the stomach. And living with it so far this whole year, it's a battle that people don't really see. Some days you look fine, but inside it's total chaos. The pain, the fatigue, the uncertainty, it can eat you up. It can eat at your spirit as well. But even in that, I learned something that's very important. That strength isn't something loud. It's not always in how hard you push. Sometimes it's about getting up again when no one would have blamed you for staying down. And then, shortly after, I went through a breakup, sadly. And I'm man enough to admit it was partially my fault. And I've taken accountability for that. This girl will always have a special place in my heart. But losing someone you love isn't about just about missing them. It's about losing the version of you or the version of yourself that existed with them. Hold on, bro. I gotta drink my tea, you know what I'm saying? You start questioning who you are without them. You replay moments thinking maybe you could have done more, or you could have done less. Maybe you could have loved better. Maybe it wouldn't have ended this way. But love and loss, they're tied together. And recently I've been replaying God of War Ragnarok. And this specific quote from the game really hit me deep. And it really stuck with me. And the quote goes like this: the accumulation of love is grief. And yet, we love despite the inevitable. We open our hearts to it, to grieve deeply. To grieve deeply is to have loved fully. Open your heart to the world as you open it to me, and you'll find every reason to keep living in it. And if you just let it sink in for a moment, that's the truth. Because when you lose something, or someone you love, it hurts because it mattered. The grief you feel, it's proof that the love was real. It means your heart worked the way it was supposed to work, the way it was meant to. And as much as it hurts, that's something very, very beautiful to think about. Because you don't really move on from that kind of love. You move forward with it. You carry it with you in how you speak, in how you treat others, in how you choose to love again, even when it scares you. Because let's be honest, when you go through a breakup, you get scared to talking to other people because it just doesn't feel right. You're scared to get hurt again, which is completely normal. Because grief isn't something that's meant to close you off. It's meant to deepen you. And then shortly after, I moved countries. Everything changed for me. It was new people, new environment, no familiar faces. And if I'm being honest, I felt like I lost every anchor I had. Everything that I built from January until November now, felt like I lost it all. But when I think about it, maybe that's what growth really is. Losing that old version of your life or yourself so a new one can start forming. And that's when another quote hit me deep. And if you've watched Demon Slayer, especially the Mugen Train movie, you'll know exactly what quote I'm talking about. And the quote goes like this: if you're feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze. Dry your eyes and look ahead. You may feel like you're digging your heels in, but the flow of time waits for no one. It won't patiently stand by as you grieve. And just let that sink in for a moment. The world doesn't stop for us, but that doesn't mean that it's a cold world or it's something cold. It just means that we have to learn how to walk again while carrying that weight that we went through. Because you don't rush grief, you don't suppress it, you move on with it, you move with it. Because every step, even the shaky ones, is all a part of the healing, or all part of the healing process. And there's this point where the pain stops defying you, it starts refining you, starts making you whole again. The nights you thought you wouldn't make it through, the nights you went to sleep crying, all these emotions, all these feelings that you felt, they built a version of you that's unstoppable, if you think about it. Because when everything falls apart, you found out what's left. And what's left is you. The you that still believes. The you that still gets up. The you that still loves, even if it hurts. And maybe that's what set your heart ablaze really means. Not ignoring the pain, but letting it fuel you, letting it push you to keep moving forward, to keep moving forward, to keep becoming, to keep on living. And if you're going through something right now, whatever, if it's heartbreak, illness, loss, whatever it is, just know one thing. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just becoming someone new. And as cliche as it sounds, the pain won't last forever. But the strength it gives you will. So keep moving forward, even through the ache, even when the world feels quiet, even when it gets lonely. Keep moving forward, because time won't wait for you, but your purpose will. Anyways, stay real.